It's Daymatic1. I have another knife first impression for you. This is on the Navy K-630. This knife is about 8.9 inches, just under 9 inches long. The blade length is 3.8 inches. They're using the 440C as their steel, and you have a hollow ground going through here. Drop point, recurve, really nice. This knife is a clone of the Boker Resurrection. I believe it's a Jim Burke design here, and pretty nice knife. Really good job on the stonewash on this. You have black thumb stud on there, which is pretty cool. I like the contrasting colors. It really makes it pop. It makes the knife look really attractive. You got black hardware throughout the G10 scales. It is a liner lock there. Stainless steel back spacer. Stainless steel liners. Pocket clip is tip up, tip down, right hand carry only. Pocket clip is freaking huge, man. This thing is huge. The only thing I don't like about this knife is just big and ugly. I may have to do some custom stuff to it where I cut away a little bit of this, because there's a lot of pocket clip on this knife there. Knife is pretty nice, pretty smooth out the box. Liner lock, like I said. Deployment's nice. I can spidey flick it. Really cool. No blade play up or down, left or right. Pretty darn solid. Like the other Navy knife, you'll notice that the adjustment for the pivot is located on the opposite side of what you usually find them. It's on this side. One cool thing they did with this knife is the pocket clip where it mounts onto the G10 is actually recessed, so it sits in a little bit. On this side, they have like a little metal plate to take place of that void, because the pocket clip is not there anymore, and they added 2 screws there for you. So that's a pretty nice touch. Now, I've never held a Resurrection before, a Boker Resurrection, so I don't know if this is something that the Boker has also, and they were just copying it to the T. But it's a nice touch. They didn't have to do it, and it looks pretty nice. Ergonomics are pretty decent on this, not too bad at all. Jimping on the top of the blade is mild, so it doesn't really burn your fingers too much at all. If you use it for a while, if you notice here, guys, the top of the blade and the jimping goes down. It drops down about a millimeter or so, if that, maybe half a millimeter. Now, they did round that off, so there's not a sharp edge there, but the differences in elevation between your handle and your blade may burn you up after a while if you're leaning back on the knife like this. If you're choking up, it's not going to bother you, but if you're back here and where your fingers naturally rest, it may be an issue after a while, and that would probably be after a long while of hard use on that. But for your opening it up, using it for random tasks, and putting it right back away, I don't think this will ever be an issue. The back spacer is an excellent idea on this, really nice. It's flush at the very top, and as you see towards the end, it starts to protrude a little bit. It's very, it's rounded, it's very mild in itself. Reverse grip is just really nice. Actually, it could have been a little bit more grippier for my likings, but it's very nice. It is functional, and it does add to the aesthetics of the knife. I'm very happy with this knife. This knife is a little bit more expensive. You can get it for about 30 bucks on eBay. The eBay seller I got it from is the same person I bought my other Navy from, which is bladeforum. Like I said, this knife goes for about $31, $35, free shipping. It takes about 2 weeks to get to your house, so not bad. G10, very mild, not too bad at all. Like I said, no blade play up or down, left or right. Blade is a little bit off center, but not too bad at all. Basically, the action on this is pretty loose, so what will end up happening is, because usually if you guys go to adjust your pivot on there to straighten out an off-centered blade, if you tighten, which the Torx is usually on this side, like I mentioned, if you tighten this side, the blade will kick over that way. If it's too loose, the blade will end up leaning back this way. This blade is leaning over to my right, or to this side, and basically all I'd have to do is put like a quarter turn on the Torx on this side, and it'll pull it that way. Now, it'll tighten up the action a little bit, but it's not bad at all. The action's pretty loose as it is. It may have loosened up from break-in, because when I got it, I believe it was a lot more centered than what it is now. It was like dead on. It's just a little off now. So I'll probably just end up popping off these screws and giving it a little tighten, and it'll be right back on point. So not a bad knife, especially for the money. Large knife, definitely a large knife, 9 inches. Bring out the tenacious again. There you go, as a comparison to that. Let me go ahead and grab my Mannix. A lot of you guys have the Mannix. This is the Mannix XL, and you can see they're almost about the same size. So, not bad at all. Actually, you have more cutting surface on the Navy. So, anyway, all in all, I'm really happy with it. It was 30 bucks. I went ahead and ordered this knife, and of course, the 602, as you can see there. So, both of those guys it was like 51 bucks for both of these knives. Like, and if you guys look around at reviews on these knives, Navy's kind of hit and miss on their fit and finish and their tolerances, but I've been pretty lucky. My first case, my K-631 that you guys have seen before, that I did a review on, which is like a Endura Cara kind of clone deal that I did the mods to, that one was perfect. And these two were they're pretty perfect too. This one was dead on. And this one, just like I said, it just needs to be tightened up on just a quarter turn. I mean, it's almost dead even. I mean, this right there, that's dead even. If I let it go, see, that's it. So I'm thinking about a quarter turn on that pivot. Just pop this plate off, quarter turn on there, and I'll be ready to go. Like I said, it will tighten up the action on it, but it's not a big deal because this thing flies out like forget it. So anyway, guys, definitely wanted to show you this knife. If you guys were on the fence about it, it's an overseas knife company. Those are kind of hit and miss. So I figured if I can get you some information on that to help you guys out, that I should do that. So like I said, pretty happy with it. The eBay seller, like I said, is bladeforum, and this guy was $31.35, free shipping, of course. So anyway, guys. Oh, and also razor sharp out the box, just like the other guy. So there you go. It makes confetti, no problem. So guys, thank you for all your support. If you have any questions on any of these knives, if you want me to review anything or make any recommendations on a review, let me know. Make a comment below, and I'll get back to you. I appreciate all the support, all of you subscribers. I appreciate it all. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.